Hi everyone and welcome to my page. My name is Mia Pratap and I'm a first year at URI. I am going to be showing you around my website that I have created to inform the public on e-commerce. E-commerce is the transaction of buying or selling items online. It's basically used everywhere in the world. If you have access to internet and access to a computer and you decide that you want to buy something that you don't see that is in stores or is out of sale in stores, or maybe you don't like going to stores, you will buy it online through eBay, Amazon, or any other website that basically will support e-commerce like H&M if you want to buy clothes, grocery shopping, things like Walmart has online shopping. Um, so yeah, basically this is the cover page of my website and this is my table of contents. There's 5 pages including this one as my cover page. Up here we have the current date, which will change every day. It's Sunday, May 6th. Um, This right here that you're looking at right now, where my mouse is hovering, is my animation. This background that says e-commerce, and also if you go to any other web page, let's see, let's go on purpose. We have this banner right here. These banners and these backgrounds and logos that are made, all these things are made from Pixlr. Pixlr is a website that is used for editing pictures and layers. You can edit it through color, pigmentation. You can also crop them, change the size. There's a lot of things you can do in Pixlr, but just for this assignment, we were told to make an animation with pictures of our that would relate to our innovation. Also, we were supposed to use our own little logo right here that you see has the bag that says e-commerce under it, and then a picture of us, which is me right here. Now we will go to our purpose page. Basically everything on this website is programmed through XHTML. You're supposed to use SCC properties. This is why our background is purple, our text is pink. These pictures have borders, as you can see right here. And these pictures are from Google, just so you know. And we have our footer, which is CSS properties. Now for the purpose page, it's just basically saying the purpose of e-commerce. E-commerce is described as the transaction of buying or selling online or transacting funds or data through the internet. E-commerce is used on a basis of businesses buying, selling, or collecting funds, or just regular people like us considered consumers. E-commerce purpose is to create a website or application as in on a phone, something like if you see Instagram, Snapchat, those are applications and some people call them apps. For businesses that could already have been existing or like making your own to inform, persuade the users of the website to interact with their merchandise in a way that will make them want to buy it. Necessarily, you don't have to buy something if you want to become a consumer of e-commerce, but say you are receiving money and sending money through Cash App or Venmo, that is still being a consumer of e-commerce, if you know what that is. E-commerce is widely common since all you need is basically the internet to be inside of e-commerce and be a consumer and owner of e-commerce. This right here is a graph that describes how it works. We basically have a business or organization that goes and makes a website and they send their supplies to the consumer after the consumer orders it, making a whole cycle that will repeat by itself. Now, we click here up on our next section and we get to the impacts. Yay! So this is going to be a very long talk about the impacts of e-commerce. Basically, this is where we will see the benefits of e-commerce has on society, culture, economy, and then I will let you know about a video that we have made here previously to the website. Basically, we will explain a benefit or a harmful effect of an innovation, and I decided to go with a benefit. So a benefit of e-commerce is basically that you can go shopping anywhere, anytime you want. You can have a smart device, you can have a computer, you can have a tablet or an iPad. Basically, all you need is something that can get you online to the internet. It's basically literally anywhere that has Wi-Fi, you can use e-commerce. If you have a credit card, if you have a debit card, you will be able to use e-commerce. If you don't, then you are unlikely to be a consumer of e-commerce. Now, the impact that it has on society, the economy, or our culture, I decided to choose economy. And basically, e-commerce has shown exponential growth, which is the steadiness growth within years. We see development in e-commerce because there are opportunities to buy things with reduced costs. For example, if you saw a hair product at Target, let's say it was $9, and then you see it online on Amazon for like $6.99, you're obviously going to want to buy it on Amazon. Culturally, we're going to see e-commerce become popular everywhere, not even when you're at home, but some stores and restaurants do have free Wi-Fi, like Applebee's, Olive Garden, Walmart. They all give their customers Wi-Fi. Most businesses will want you to have their free Wi-Fi because it brings in more clientele. I know that the job that I work at, people always ask for a Wi-Fi password to do homework there, so it's very common for businesses to have Wi-Fi. Now, as for this video right here, this video was made to explain the benefit of e-commerce through people that I see every day and to know if they have even any knowledge on e-commerce. So we will play the video. Hopefully it will work. So as you can see, this video showed Brianna using e-commerce through Sephora.com because she couldn't find a foundation color in her own skin color at Sephora.com, so she went online to buy it herself, which is her consuming to be in the e-commerce society. She did not know what e-commerce was, and by the way, that video was recorded on an iPhone 7 Plus and edited through WeVideo, then published onto YouTube onto this website for it to begin playing. Now, as for one field other than computer science, which this innovation has the potential to impact, is the grocery industry. Like I had said earlier, Walmart is very high demand on the Peapod like stigma, and that's when people order their groceries online and they get delivered to them, or they'll come to the store and they'll already be paid for and packaged and they just have to put them in their car. This is something that is rapidly growing in America, but also, if you can see this picture right here, South Korea, UK, Japan, China, France, a lot of people are starting to order their groceries online rather than going in and grocery shopping. It does a lot for the customer. Now, as for our tech page, this, as you can see, still has our banner, our footer, and some information down here. So describe how a user interacts with the innovation. Users and consumers will interact with e-commerce every day. As you may know, we have been talking about this for the consumption of the video, that you can be an e-commerce consumer without even realizing it. And an example of that is that sometimes you can be physically inside the store. Just because you're inside the store doesn't mean that you were not a consumer of e-commerce. For example, if you go into Foot Locker, I'm not sure if this has ever happened to you, but sometimes it happens to me because I have very small sized feet. They tell me they don't have my shoe size and that I could order the shoe online and pay for it in store and get it shipped to my house. This is an example of how you are still being a consumer of e-commerce through technology, even though you're physically at the store you wanted to shop at. You are still paying through your credit card through the Foot Locker website and getting your shoes shipped to you, which is basically the whole entire process of even being a consumer in e-commerce. Um, just because you're inside the store doesn't mean that you didn't use e-commerce. So e-commerce uses the internet as its worldwide basis of transactions. Without the internet, e-commerce wouldn't exist. In order for successfully to be a provider or a user of e-commerce, you must be connected to the internet. This is what informs the person who is selling the products. If you're requesting something, they'll send out a confirmation email, and that is most likely because you have purchased it. E-commerce is a step-by-step process that is not only online, but also a job for some people in real life. You'll purchase it online, browsing the user's website, having to wait for the package, and then get it shipped to you. And just so you know, all those things are being done by real people. While you see all of on your end is that you just paid and put in your credit card information, you're staying at home and getting something shipped to you, and you will see that everything that you did on the internet caused you to get something in real life that is at your home in maybe 1 to 2 or 3 days. Now, we will go to the next section and talk about data. Data for input and output basically is if you put a review online, if you don't see something you want to buy on the website, but you know that they may put it on the website, anything like that that gives feedback as a consumer. If you're buying something, not buying something, putting a review on something you did buy, that is input. Output is what the consumer um isn't the consumer's job. It's the person who owns the website's job. Basically, if they're getting everything from the input side, they should be getting more processing, more transactions, more feedback. If not, they would be using what you get as input to transform what is going wrong so they will get a better input from the consumers, which are us, to the people who are owning the website, which is the owners of e-commerce. The only thing that's bad about this is that basically credit card information is very, very fragile, and so is actually theft online. These are really big things happening in 2016. Security and breach of data is something that scares people, and sometimes that's why e-commerce doesn't seem like the best option for people. So I suggest that if you are putting your credit card information, never save it for future uses because you could probably be in trouble of credit card theft. Now, for our references of e-commerce, as you can see, there's 3 references right here, one being Wikipedia, one being an article from The Balance, and one being an article from Forbes magazine. Let's use number 1 as an example. So as you can see, this is hyperlinked, and it brings us straight to Wikipedia. And this is Wikipedia's page for e-commerce. E-commerce is the activity of buying or selling products and services online or over the internet. Electronic draws on technologies such as mobile commerce, electronic funds transfer, supply chain management, internet marketing, online transaction processing, and etc. This website helped me because, as you can see in the table of contents right here, it has business application, e-commerce war, forms, global trends, logistics. All of these things is what helped me get the information I needed in order to make my website. This is a timeline of e-commerce, how it started and the benefits and the impacts of it and how everything went on. This is how you would see it from the outside perspective if you are not a consumer and you are making the website to sell transactions online. Go back to our website. And let's see. Go to our next section. And it will bring us right back to our purpose page. Looks exactly the same as before. Those are all my 5 pages based on e-commerce. We press our home button and it brings us back to our cover page.